Continue to read. Ezekiel chapter 2. Ezekiel's call. He said to me, "Son of man, stand up on your feet, and I will speak to you." As he spoke, the Spirit came into me, and I raised me to my feet, and I heard him speaking to me. He said, "Son of man, I'm sending you to the Israelites, to a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their fathers have been in revolt against me to this very day. The people to whom I am sending you are obstinate and stubborn. Say to them, 'This is what the sovereign Lord says.' And whether they listen or fail to listen, for they are a rebellious house, they will know that a prophet has been among them. And you, son of man, do not be afraid of them or their words. Do not be afraid, though briars and thorns are all around you, and you live among scorpions. Do not be afraid of what they say or terrified by them, though they are a rebellious house. You must speak my words to them, whether they listen or fail to listen, for they are rebellious. But you, son of man, listen to what I say to you. Do not rebel like that rebellious house. Open your mouth and eat what I give you." Then I looked, and I saw a hand stretched out to me. In it was a scroll, which he unrolled before me. On both sides of it were written words of lament and mourning and woe. So here is Ezekiel having this vision, and also being in the presence of the Lord at the same time. And he is seeing the Lord and how he appears. He's described him in the previous chapter, how his radiance is, how he looks, what he sees, what he can comprehend and sing, how he can describe it. He also knows who this is. He knows this is the Lord. And so at that moment, he couldn't, it's described as here. Listen to what Ezekiel's saying. He said to me, "Son of man, stand up on your feet, and I will speak to you." As he spoke, the Spirit came into me, and raised me to my feet. And I heard him speaking to me. In the presence of the Lord, he was on the ground. Ezekiel was laid out. he was in full worship presence, laid out on the ground, unable to move. And the Lord gave him that strength. The Lord gave him that strength. Here he is seeing the vision, seeing the guidance, knowing who the Lord is, and the Lord gives him the strength, bringing past to present. We too to this day, we too as well can call upon the Lord and ask for strength. We too can seek his guidance. And when we don't quite understand, when we are afraid, the Lord tells us, do not be afraid. As he tells Ezekiel, do not be afraid. Have courage. Speak up. When we are feeling like we need to say something, when we are in a conversation with friends, family, you name it, even strangers, and we feel the Holy Spirit, we feel his presence at work, pray to the Lord. Allow him to take control and guide you. Allow his words to come out, whatever they may be, because it is guided by the word of the Lord. And the word of the Lord is love. So here is the Lord showing Ezekiel, hey, I love you. I'm giving you strength. You're going to be utilized. You're going to speak to my people. Though they are rebellious, though I'm letting you know, Just like he lets us know, we may fear. We may fear when it's our time to speak up, when it's our time to allow for the Lord to utilize us. We may fear, but we are to not fear. Do not fear. Because where there is the Lord, there is love, the Good Shepherd. And he is the Good Shepherd. Before we go on, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?